My name is Amy, and this is my NUN experience in Australia. When I first saw my acceptance letter from Northeastern, excitement and doubtfulness ran through me. I was not prepared to go across the world and leave my family and friends so soon. I knew I was going to miss Coco, my dog, the most. My hesitance and doubt towards the NUN program eventually faded when I realized I couldn't pass up the opportunity of studying abroad for my first semester of college. Little did I know that this would be a life-changing experience. At first, living independently made me a little homesick for the first few days. Gradually, however, I became more comfortable after getting close to my roommates and friends. We even decorated our dorm to create a more homey atmosphere. Cooking by myself made me realize and appreciate what I learned from home. In the first few weeks, we were given the opportunity to explore the city. One of the first places we went to was Queen's Victoria's Market. It was inundated with unique food stalls that were perfect for the chilly evening. The classes at Swinburne were challenging at times, but were manageable overall. I was able to balance between my work and leisure activities. There were many group activities that allowed us to experience the Australian wildlife and culture. For one of our excursions, we were given the opportunity to go to a chocolate shop and the Healesville Sanctuary. After learning the basics of throwing a boomerang and sampling free chocolates, we headed to the sanctuary. We saw a bird and a platypus show, dingoes, emus, and of course, kangaroos. For our next excursion, we went to Phillips Island. There, we got to see pelican feeding where some pelicans got dangerously close. We then walked through beaches and trails leading to a beautiful view of the coastline. Our last destination for this trip was to see the penguin parade. Adding on to the list of excursions, we went to the Great Ocean Road. We were able to see more beautiful beaches and even koalas in their natural habitats. The main sightseeing spot was the 12 Apostles. It proved to be one of the most difficult places to take pictures because of the strong and unstoppable winds. Aside from enjoying the remarkable scenery of Melbourne, we were able to participate in different types of service learning. I participated in the Parkinson's Victoria, a walk in the park, where I had to ask and collect donations to support people living with Parkinson's and increase its investments in research to help finding a cure. After being ignored and avoided multiple times by people when asked for donations, it taught me the difficulties of collecting donations. In the end, however, we were able to reach our goal of filling the bin. Throughout the end of September and October, I also participated working in the Bicycle Network office to help gain and renew membership. In October, we participated in the Boo Boy Around the Bay event that was fundraising to support the education of the disadvantaged Australian children. I was assigned to be part of the lunch team, where I was amazed by the positivity of the bike riders despite the exhaustion they were feeling. Aside from the planned excursions by the program, my friends and I decided to explore Melbourne on our spare time. My roommates became my closest friends here. We easily bonded and had a great time together. One of the things I loved doing was, of course, exploring the food culture. For my spring break, I traveled with my friend to Auckland, New Zealand. I was able to master the Segway for the first time and even got to tour around with it. I also got to experience skywalking 192 meters above ground at Sky Tower. Adding on to the list of exploring Australia, during the weekend we went to Sydney. We went to Bondi Beach, the Observatory, the Sydney Opera House, and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. While in Melbourne, I was glad to see my uncle getting much better. My family members living here have always been there for support and have given me helpful tips during my stay. Choosing to study abroad in Australia has been one of the best decisions I've made in my life.